My son's substitute teacher gave the entire class detention because of what I do for a living. William didn't say a word the entire car ride home from school. That's not normal. This kid has opinions about everything. Opinions about breakfast cereal. Opinions about which route I take. But today, nothing. Just staring out the window like it owed him money. I let it sit for a few minutes. Asked how his day was. Fine. Asked if anything happened. Not really. Asked why he was acting like he just watched someone kick a puppy. That got a small smile, but still nothing. Finally, I said, Will, talk to me. He took a breath. I got detention. That didn't track. William's never gotten detention in his life. I asked what for. He hesitated. Talking back to the substitute. I asked what she said that made him talk back. And that's when the whole story came out. Career day discussion. Substitute made a comment about defense attorneys being part of the problem in this country. William told her his dad was one. She told him maybe he'd grow up to make better choices. William told her that was ignorant. She gave the entire class detention because he created a hostile learning environment. I pulled into the driveway and turned off the car. What's her name? William looked at me. Dad, you've got that voice. What voice? The one you use before someone has a really bad day. I called the school and scheduled a meeting for the next morning. The secretary sounded nervous when I explained why. Probably not used to parents requesting the substitute be present. That night, I sat at the kitchen table and thought through my questions. I didn't write them down. Didn't need to. This is what I do. I find the holes in people's stories. I let them talk until they contradict themselves. Then I pull the thread. William came downstairs around 9. What are you doing? Preparing. For what? A conversation. He sat across from me. You're going to destroy her, aren't you? I looked at him. I'm going to ask her to explain her reasoning. Yeah, that's what I said. I almost smiled. The next morning, William asked if he had to go to school. I said yes. He asked if everyone was going to know his dad was there. I said probably. He groaned. Can you at least pretend to be normal? I'm always normal. Dad, you're wearing your murder trial suit. I looked down. He had a point. When I got to the school, the principal met me in the office. Nice woman. Apologetic before we even started. Ms. Hutchins was already in the conference room. She stood up when I walked in. Firm handshake, eye contact. Confident. That's fine. Confident people love to talk. And people who love to talk always say too much. I let Ms. Hutchins talk first. That's the trick. Let people build their own trap. She said William had been combative and disrespectful. Said he'd poisoned the classroom environment. Said she had no choice but to issue detention. When she finished, I nodded. Can I ask a few clarifying questions? The principal said, of course. I looked at Miss Hutchins. You said William was combative. Did he raise his voice? Well, no. Did he use profanity? No. Did he threaten you in any way? No. But what exactly did he say that was combative? She paused. He said I was wrong. About what? About defense attorneys. What did you said about defense attorneys? Another pause. Longer this time. That they help criminals avoid consequences. And when William told you his father was a defense attorney, you said, I said I hoped he'd choose a different path. You told a 12-year-old his father made bad life choices in front of his entire class. And when he defended me, you punished everyone. She tried to recover. He disrupted my lesson. No, Ms. Hutchins, you disrupted his trust in the adults who are supposed to teach him. The principal stepped in, apologized, said the detentions were canceled, said there would be a formal review of the situation. As I stood to leave, Ms. Hutchins said quietly, I was just expressing my opinion. I stopped at the door. So was my son. The difference is he's 12. What's your excuse? I got in my car and just sat there for a minute. Then I texted William. Detentions canceled. All of them. For everyone. 3 dots appeared. Then, did you do the lawyer thing? I typed back. I just asked questions. His response was immediate. That's what I said. I laughed out loud in the school parking lot. When he got home that afternoon, he dropped his backpack by the door and looked at me. Everyone's talking about it. Sorry. No, you're not. No, I'm not. He sat down across from me. Dad? Yeah? Thanks for defending me. I looked at my kid. The one who stood up in front of his whole class and told a teacher she was wrong because she insulted his father. You defended me first.